Good morning, students. Let us begin today's period with this thought. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. So, students, we have already begun with 10th chapter historic period. We have seen what is culture, what is Reverian civilization, and we have also seen ancient Reverian civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and China. Today we will deal with another Reverian civilization of Indian subcontinent. So let us begin. Page number 47. Harappa. The earliest civilization on the Indian subcontinent is known as the Harappan civilization. It flourished in the Indus Valley. Indus is the English word for the name Sindhu. Harappa in Punjab and Mohenjo-daro in Sindh are two sites of Harappan civilization to be discovered first. Now they are in Pakistan. Lothal and Dholavira in Gujarat and Kalibangan in Rajasthan are among the famous sites of Harappan civilization in India. So here in the map you can see this line. This line is the international boundary of India and Pakistan. So here it is Harappa and here Mohenjo-daro. Today both sides are in Pakistan. Previously, before partition, it was in India. It is on the bank of river Indus. Here in blue color you can see Indus. It is flowing here. The Indus river is going here also, and one this side also. It is flowing here also. So this is on the bank of river Indus. Here are Harappa and also Mohenjo-daro. Both the sites today they are in Pakistan, but other sites of Harappan civilization, here it is Kalibangan. You can see it is in Rajasthan, India. Then here in Gujarat, Dholavira and also Lothal. I have circled it. These are the famous sites of Harappan civilization. So Kalibangan, Dholavira and Lothal are in India. Cities of this civilization are well known for their systematic town planning. Town planning means appropriately how the place should be, where the houses should be, how much distance should be between the two houses, how the construction of road will be. So in this way everything is planned. So we can see that from the picture that in those days also they were having town planning. The houses were built in blocks created by parallel roads that crossed each other at 90 degree. That means all these things tell us that they were having good knowledge of architecture, geometry. So everything was planned. They were quite knowledgeable. Huge granaries and spacious houses were the special features of these cities. Huge granaries means where the food is stored. They were very huge. There were bathrooms and latrines in every house. That means those people were aware of health and hygiene also, and covered drainage system. So here also we come to know about their systematic planning, town planning. The drainage are covered so that there will be no health issues. The city will be maintained clean and hygienic, which indicates a concern for public hygiene. There were carefully constructed private and public wells. Now even we see that private source of water we too have these days. Either we have wells at home or we are doing boring. Where the wells are not there, we are digging the bore. Even public places we are having common wells in many areas, or the hand pumps we are having. हापसी ज्याला म्हणतो, बऱ्याच एरियांमध्ये असं कॉमन घरांच्या मध्ये असतं, विच इज कॉमनली यूज्ड बाय द पीपल लिव्हिंग देअर. सो इन दिस वे ऑल्सो दे वर हॅव्हिंग पब्लिक अँड प्रायव्हेट वेल्स. The cities were divided into 4 parts. Each was separate fortification. So for convenience, because it may be difficult to administer such a big place, That's why for their convenience the city was divided into 4 places. So 4 parts, they were having everything which is required by people living there. So in these 4 parts everything was available, and it was having the fortification. So they were divided and each was having separate fortification. That means we can make out that these are the 4 different parts. If we go through the cities, old Nagpur, there also we can see fortification. That means a huge wall is constructed. In olden days, how it used to be, whatever area comes under a specific administration, they used to construct the huge wall and there was a gate. इतवारी वगैरे साईडला गेलो जुन्या नागपूरमध्ये तर आपल्याला ती जुन्या काळातली मोठी मोठी ह्यूज भिंत दिसते, अँड वी आर हॅव्हिंग द ह्यूज गेट्स ऑल्सो. सो इन द इव्हनिंग आफ्टर अ स्पेसिफिक टाइम वॉट एवर इज डिसाइडेड द गेट्स यूज टू बी closed for the security of the people. Same thing was there in that era. In Harappan civilization there was fortification for the security. You can see here how systematically it is planned. These are the sites of Harappan civilization. This is the picture drawn, and here you can see how properly the walls are built. Each and every brick is appropriate and exact same. Roads are also quite wide. So town planning was perfect. These are the bricks of which the houses were constructed. Red brick, that means they were burnt. They were knowing the technology or the pattern of making a brick. And this is the well. These are the public or private wells. Now here this picture is of a private well. We can say because it is in between. Here in the surrounding we can see the walls, so it is somewhere house, so it was a private well. This is the great bath where people used to come and they were doing all hygiene things here. So these are the steps, common, great wall, great bath. This is the granary where they used to store. Here you can see the drainage system of those days, how well it is maintained. Now so many years ago it was constructed. So from this you can understand that so many years ago also these people were very knowledgeable. They were having the systematic way of life. The characteristic earthen pots of the Harappan are well known. They are well baked, red in color and with beautiful design like people leaves or fish scales. That means they were good at art also. They were drawing the pictures on the pots, various colors were used, various symbols were used. So that means they were good at art also. When tapped, these pots produce a metallic sound. That means some sort of technology they were knowing. They were having the skill of making pots with specific idea. So when these pots were tapped, it was giving the sound of metal, as if you are tapping the metal pot, but actually it was made up of mud. The Harappan craftsmen were highly skilled in making bronze objects and beads from semi-precious stones of various color. Semi-precious means precious stones are diamonds and all, ruby, diamond, so cat eye. In this way, other semi-precious which are not very precious but still they are having some quality. So such colorful stones were used to make various ornaments and articles. So in this way they were very skilled. In this picture you can see these are the pots. They are painted, they are drawn beautifully. Here during excavation these are the jewelries found. Various type of jewelry, various type of necklaces made up of bronze, gold and colorful beads. So they were very artistic people. Here during excavation various sculptures are found. Then this picture, this seal of god and goddesses from the aerial view, from the plane or helicopter, the view of that site Mohenjo-daro is taken. So this is the aerial view. So here we can clearly see that how perfectly it is made. Town planning, the great bath is there, then fortification, small four parts are there, and the fortification is done. Now whole area is not excavated, so excavation of this part is done, and we can see it clearly that how perfectly the town planning was done. Now here black color, what you can see here is the grain of wheat. It was found during excavation. So that means those people were consuming the wheat. So we are having just these samples of the grains of that age. Now these things were in great demand in Mesopotamia. What things? Whatever they were making, whatever the skill artists of Harappan people were making, they were in great demand in Mesopotamia. That means in those days trade was taking place at great extent. This shows us if demand is there, that means trading was done between these two cultures, Mesopotamia, China, Egypt, means among themselves there is some sort of trade going on of various objects. It can be some eatables, it can be some skills, art, artistic object, or clothes, whatever. So they were traders also. The name of Harappan god and goddesses are not here known. We don't know exactly because we don't have any record of it, written record of the names of god and goddesses. But however, with the help of the Harappan seal and clay figurine that they worship, Pashupati, lord of all living animal and mother goddesses, was believed to be believed in those era. So from this we come to know this is the seal during excavation we have found, and here we can see around him all sort of animals are drawn, including human also. So from this we come to know that maybe the god Pashupati, which is considered the god of all living beings according to Hindu mythology, was worshipped in those age. And the other sculpture they have found, so it is a feminine sculpture, so maybe a mother god was also worshipped, but what exactly the name of this mother god is not known, but some sort of feminine sculpture is there. That means they believe in god and goddesses. Now sports and entertainment, there were variety of sports and the means of transportation. From this we can understand.